what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Welcome back to Street Circle Drive, everybody. Have you missed us? Because it has been a while. It's been a minute, as Moose would say.
I would say that.
I know, I thought so. It has been a minute since we've been on here. Sorry for the delay, but there's been a lot going on. And it's summer. It's hot. We've been a little too tired to do anything. So we're back on the air. Glad you could join us. Thanks for tuning in. You are listening to Street Circle Drive on themesh.tv. Hopefully you have found us on iTunes or any other of your favorite podcast players. We're actually now on Spotify. So hopefully you will go and subscribe to us. Like us, leave us a review if it's nice, and then go check out some of the other shows that we have available on themesh.tv. You can check out that website, find them on Facebook, Instagram, yada, yada, yada.
So pumped to be back.
It was
a decent
intro.
segue. It was a decent segue,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Just moves on to everything.
Yeah, I was looking back. It's been a minute since we've done this.
I know.
We apologize to all our listeners for being
We apologize, but it just makes the heart grow fonder.
That's right. Distance shows the heart grow fonder. Does time? So. Time makes the heart grow fonder too?
Maybe.
Distance and time together.
Distance and time makes the heart grow fonder.
I thought.
Yep.
Y'all got it?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
got
about.
you covered.
But you're right. It has been hot. It is hot.
It is so hot outside.
So as long as we've been trying to stay dry and cool, it's been
hydrated.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hydrated. It's really hot outside.
And this PSA is brought to you by the letter Q.
If you can give me in like 2 sentences, McNally, what has your summer consisted of?
Let's see. We've had some good trips. We went and visited some family up in Pittsburgh, a very underrated,
PA.
fabulous American city.
Absolutely.
Of course, spent some beach time. The girls have done a bunch of camps.
Yes.
Just family and friends and hanging out. So
sweating.
A lot of sweating.
I hear you.
But I mean, look at me. I look like I'm going to sweat anyway walking to the mailbox. So 95-degree weather doesn't help me that much.
Miss, summertime, your garden is hot.
Yes, it is hot. Moose and Friends have been playing a bunch of festivals and a bunch of gigs. I got engaged. How about that? Yeah, how about that?
That's the rumor.
That's right.
So we're on the street.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thanks. Ashley and I have been together 9 years, so
about damn time.
Right.
Is what she was saying.
We worked it out, and she said yes. So that worked. Yeah,
we worked it out.
Good. We put a plan in motion. That's what it
the plan is in motion. Everything. We were engaged on a Friday, and the entire wedding was planned by Wednesday. I kid you not. Her father has been to.
He's in the event planning business.
He's been involved. Let's just say that. And we're excited and appreciate all the well wishes from all of our people. And,
excellent.
And all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
big deal. Great.
And you?
Good. Yeah. The first 3/4 of my summer really consisted of my daughter playing softball, make the All-Star team.
Oh, sweet.
And so she actually
City Rec, or is that through the city?
Through the Hickory Rec. So it was the Hickory All-Stars softball team. She was in the 12U league, and they came runner-up in the division, so they got a bid to state. So they made it to state tournament and came in 4th place, which meant lot of time at the ball field.
My nephew's team won states at
That
the 12U.
was the 12U Hickory. Oh.
No, Holly Springs 12U for...
Yes.
But the Asheboro. Did you have to go down to Asheboro for yours?
No, we did Shelby.
Okay.
We're in the Tar Heel League.
Shelby. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too. You find out there's a lot,
So much. But it was a lot going on. It was a lot of fun. Luckily, she likes it because that would be crummy if she was miserable there. But she loved it. She had a good time. But my kids have also been campers all summer, and they went to their first sleepaway camp this summer. So
how was that, Mom?
Please.
Yeah, right.
Please. I was like,
get out of here.
Yo, have fun. No, I was super stoked for them. I was going to miss them and all. Loved it. Got a note from one of them in the mail that said, can we come for 2 weeks next year? And I got a note from the other one that said, having fun, made a friend, and then didn't even take time to sign her name or anything because she just clearly was
So you
too
just had
busy.
to hope it was one of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So she was...
Not having
was-
fun. Met a friend. He has a van with no windows.
Gave me
Nothing
free
like that.
candies.
No. It was in the pre-addressed stamped envelope
Okay,
that
good.
I sent with them. Yes. But it was great. They really enjoyed it. And so I think I will send them for 2 weeks next year.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, well, but it was a lot of fun. So they have had a great summer and good times. We got a lot coming up in Hickory, though. Lot about to happen. We're going to hear about that in a little bit from Moose.
Yes.
Sitting here staring at this. Can you give him a teaser about this? Because
Yeah.
I think we need to go ahead and say this is almost like a partnership here.
It is a partnership. If you are familiar with the Mesh, which all of you are, we have a podcast that is called the Foot Candle Films podcast. And one of the things those fine gentlemen do is run the Foot Candle Film Society, and they put together the Foot Candle Film Festival, and that's coming up September 28th through the 30th at the Drendel Auditorium at Salt Block here in Hickory, North Carolina. You can go to www.footcandlefilmfestival.com to get tickets to find out the movies that are playing. There's going to be a large contingency of directors there this year, from what I understand.
They get lots of guests that come in, directors, producers, things like that. It's really cool. It's awesome. I have no idea what you're whispering to me right now.
I was talking about the Thursday night event. Is it Thursday night?
There is a Thursday night event, but we're not telling what it is yet.
Stay tuned for that.
That's right.
See, I almost blew it and I didn't.
I know, and I was like, "Why are you whispering to me? I'm talking right now, and I can't hear you."
I'm conscious of things that go on in the office.
I am that girl that kicks you under the table, and you go, "Why'd you just kick me?" Like that.
Right.
So, anyway, yes, I agree. Please make plans to join us at the Foot Candle Film Festival. You can buy your tickets online now. Ready? All right, great. So now we have a guest here with us today, a newbie to the podcast arena.
That's right.
He was actually in office for a meeting the other day and then said, I'd love to be on a podcast. And we said, well, guess what? We can make that happen.
Talking is a talent.
Yeah, so
truthfully, it's all I'm
we're welcoming Zack King.
Thanks for having me.
Hickory native, not Hickory local.
Right, Hickory native, not Hickory local.
Yep, we can explain that in a bit. You are here on behalf, if you will, first of all, of Good Times and Good Friends, because I feel like we're all friends now. And
it's been a quick bond. I love
it is.
Quick bond.
Secondly, we want to discuss with you what you do in town because I think it's pretty important, and I heard a little bit about it lately, and just wanted to inform the good people of Hickory, the Hickory nuts, if you will, about LiveWell Catawba. That is, yes, Hickory nuts is totally appropriate. It's not
Cool. No, like I'm
degrading in any way.
No, I'm down with Hickory nuts.
So
Yeah.
you were with LiveWell Catawba.
I am, yeah.
And let's talk about this initiative and what this organization is doing.
Yeah, totally. So LiveWell is a coalition, which to us just means that we're a group of awesome people and awesome community organizations and partners who really are just charged with finding cool people with cool ideas, getting them in the same room together, and figuring out how we can make Hickory and the rest of the county a cool place to live, a healthy place to be and live, no matter where you work, play, go to school, pray, all the things in between. So really, we're just there to connect people, to talk about health issues in our community, to talk about ways that we can make all of those things better, and have a good time doing it.
That's great.
That's what we do.
Very cool. So this is what's the word? Like a side gig of the public health?
Yeah, so Catawba County Public Health is our home base. We call them our backbone.
Yeah.
They're our lead partner. They staff us. They provide a lot of support. And honestly, our missions are really aligned. LiveWell is truly community owned, and public health is really a leader in making sure that our work can happen and is elevated to where people know about it and care about it. So we're thankful for them because, number one, they pay the bills. And number two, they really do help us get to tables we need to be at. So,
great. Yeah. Well, so for anyone like trying to figure this out, where might people recognize something that LiveWell has touched? Whether it's not, because I know you guys are a little behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you're not putting stamps on everything that you're LiveWell. What is something that people could recognize?
Absolutely. So a couple of big ones. The Downtown Hickory Farmers Market is one. We've supported all of our farmers markets in the county, Conover, the one at Public Health and Hickory over the years. And then this year we actually provided a mini grant and some training for them to start taking SNAP, EBT, and debit cards at the market to try and get as many people connected to healthy local foods.
Right.
Plus the market is just a cool place to hang out, listen to some music, get a coffee.
Yes.
Maybe a popsicle if you're so inclined.
Absolutely.
But especially looking at, we want Hickory to be a place where everyone who lives there can be a part of our community. So that's been a big thing. We're in all of the schools in Hickory, too. So each of our wonderful Hickory public schools and other schools in the county participate in an initiative called LiveWell Schools, where we just support the leadership that our teachers and principals have in making their schools a healthy place for kids and families.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool too. And then really, like you said, we're behind the scenes in a lot of different community organizations, daycares, churches, workplaces. We are the originators and will soon again be the home for the Well Business Initiative, which recognizes local businesses in Hickory for realizing that our employees are people and they need to be healthy, happy, and get along for our businesses.
Healthy employees don't miss work.
Right. Don't miss work. Like you better.
Yeah.
Want to stay here. Want to contribute to our communities.
Have healthy families they don't have to take care of and stuff. Absolutely. That's cool. So let's talk about maybe the schools. You know, parents and stuff listen to this and all. What's some of the discussions happening there? Why are you in there? What a little bit deeper is what is being done.
Absolutely. So in schools specifically, we've worked with them for a long time, but it's just such a unique environment because they have millions of things to do. Teachers are stressed, administrators are stressed, parents are definitely stressed. And recognizing that that's where our kids spend a lot of their time. That's where our teachers spend a lot of their time. And honestly, it can be the center of life for a family too. So over the years, we've just recognized that there's a need for schools to not necessarily feel like they're being measured and given a high mark or a low mark, but for them to just be supported in ways that they can make their kids' lives healthy and happy and fun while they're in school. So really what we do is we flipped the switch and just decided to turn leadership over to the schools. Our staff and volunteers meet with school wellness teams every month, meet with district folks too, and we really tell them to get as creative as possible. So we've done everything from putting in new water bottle filling stations so that kids have free access to actual drinkable water,
filtered water
that's in a water bottle they can take to class. We have a really cool initiative called Catch, which is a school-based curriculum that teachers don't have to get stressed out about, don't have to drive to Raleigh to get training on. We come in and help them realize how can they incorporate physical activity into their English class, nutrition in their science class. A physically active math class is pretty fun. I might make y'all do some jumps and squats in a second if y'all are so inclined.
Yeah, no thanks. We just had lunch.
Yeah, just had lunch. And then really, we really focus on staff too, especially as we look at trying to get folks to be happy in Hickory, be happy in their jobs. Teachers are a huge part of that. And so keeping them happy and healthy. We're working on some staff wellness rooms in some of our schools. So
nice.
Some meditation type deals, some yoga, some fitness rooms for staff and for students to be able to take advantage of too. And then other than that, recognizing that schools do a lot for our community. They're the centers of our neighborhoods a lot of times. They serve our families, and trying to make them feel celebrated and supported instead of kind of put to task is really how we're changing it up.
Excellent. Now, as a parent, and I'm sure in McNally, maybe you've even seen, you're even in a different area, but still recognizing how important it is to keep this health education, if you will, within our schools. I don't know what your girls have experienced, but actually I've seen firsthand. I know you've worked really closely with my daughter's school, and so I've seen these papers come home, or I've seen the information about it. And so it's nice as a parent to know, because I do send my kid there for a majority of the day, and you get recess, but
well, it's nice that it's not just on a curriculum basis too.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you can't just sit there and think, I'm going to read this from a book. All right, well, now when I put that book aside, well, guess what you do? You're going then to math or something else. Your health affects every aspect of your life. So, it's that lesson that they don't even know that they're getting that hopefully will help benefit them
absolutely
long after they're in those hallways. So things like that are definitely good for them to understand.
Absolutely. What is the what's the goal? You know, I mean, obviously it's not like an end result because it's not like it ends ever. But what's your goal of LiveWell Catawba?
So our goal, kind of our undercover mission is for anywhere you go in Catawba County for the healthy choice to be as easy or easier than an unhealthy choice. Period. And that can mean a lot of different things. We're all about choice. You know, we're not the cupcake police. We're not all or nothing type people. We believe in fun and a good time just as much as the next person, but really recognizing that the healthy choice is often way more difficult than other choices. And so we want those choices to be fun, easy to access, and we're really big about it being for all people in our county and communities too. So that's kind of the dream.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like a silly dream. It's not a silly one. Yeah, it's not hard, I'm sure, but it's not silly. You know, it's not something that's like, that's dumb for you guys to want to achieve that. I think it's great. Yeah. What if people wanted to contact you? Are you guys just brainstormers? Are you middlemen that could really start the conversation?
Yeah. We're all the above. So we like to say, like I said, we like to just get to know people, get to know their ideas. We rarely have an agenda when we come into getting to know folks and building relationships. What we like to tell people is we're a neutral table. We're all sorts of different community partners, whether you're the CEO of a business or just a concerned community member who has a great idea. We're a place where we can build a table for people to get together, because that's really hard sometimes. We all run kind of in our own circles, our own levels of influence, and so LiveWell to us is that table where if you have an idea, if you want to get involved in helping make our community a healthier place, we'll set that table, because every sphere of influence is important, whether that's just your family, your school, your business, your neighborhood, all of the above. We really run the gamut. You can come into a meeting and we'll have a city council person sitting there with a concerned mom from a school, sitting there with a pastor of a church. And we all try to just leave our own agendas at the door and have cool ideas. We are, I would say, a really good place where we can centralize resources. So when we have cool ideas, it's really easy for those things to just kind of dry up on the vine. And so what we try to do is keep them top of mind, keep them resourced, and keep the conversation going. So if people have great ideas, let us know. Yeah. If you don't know where to start, let us know. And if you want to jump on board with something that's already going on, we welcome that too. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the best way for people to get the ball rolling? Call you.
Call me.
Smoke signals.
828-695-6683.
Look at it. Dropping digits on here.
Oh, that's your boy to live some wellness.
Yes.
Yeah, live some wellness.
I love it.
No, absolutely. So please contact us. Our team, all of our contact information is readily available on the interwebs. You can also contact us through social media. We also do have community meetings, so not complicated at all, but every other month.
Yes.
Right? Every other month. So we just keep checking our social media. We always post our coalition meetings. Those are open to the community, and that's a really great time where people can come and hear more about us, but also half of that meeting is just having people speak their mind about what's going on in Hickory, what's going on in the county, and what we should be doing together. So we kind of call that our idea sharing time, and that's at the C.O. Miller Teen Center at the YMCA.
Excellent.
That was my radio voice, podcast voice.
Yes, it's very good. You're a professional, clearly, now. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
It's interesting to hear this side of it. Obviously, being behind the scenes, you don't get much loving, and we wanted to give you a little shout out today.
We appreciate it.
I think it's a great thing that you guys are doing, and it's nice to have somebody to at least help you get an idea out there. So,
absolutely, that's what we're about.
That sounds great, and we look forward to seeing what all you guys do in the future too.
Thank y'all. You will hopefully be hearing from us more.
I hope so. Thank you. Now, you did join us for lunch.
I did.
So I hope you will stick around in just a little bit to give us your opinion as well.
Absolutely.
But first, we are going to get over to Moose at the events table. Moose, take it away.
That's me. Yeah. Do you like that? You like that? I tried, man. I got put on the spot. I don't have my own soundboard on.
And guess what? You're not at an events table. You're right beside me.
I know. That's right. How about that? So here's some of the events that are going on in Hickory at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Just the one that automatically caught my eye. The 24th annual All Valley Karate Championship. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the 24th annual Mountain View Open Karate Championship.
Don't tease.
Don't
tease. Right? You know I have a T-shirt from the All Valley Championship.
Right. Who won that again?
Which movie? Ooh, that's right.
So the 24th annual Mountain View Open Karate Championship is going to be held August the 17th at the Hickory Metro Convention Center. Mark your calendars down. It's the 17th and the 18th. That's going to be a lot of face kicking, good time.
Sweet boy.
Thanks.
Pretty sure that's not what they're teaching, but cool.
No, it's not. I'm just kidding. The Sales original music series out on Union Square here in Hickory kicks back off in September 7th with Big Sound Harbor. And the Sales events are going to run every Friday in September to finish out the 2018 series. So be sure to put those Fridays on your calendar. Have you guys been to the Hickory Museum of Art recently?
Yes.
Oh man! So just back up a smidgen. They're not. He's not there anymore. But Hunter Spiegel had his art there, and that was fantastic. Hunter lives around the corner from me and is one of the best artists in Hickory, and it's fantastic. Southern, I would say, I wouldn't even try to put him in a genre, but it's really cool. Some of the things he does. He likes to feature like Duke mayonnaise jars and things like that, chickens and roosters, and also he had a bunch of interactive. Yeah, he had a bunch of interactive things for kids there. So the current exhibition right now, speaking of kids, is the Blow Up an Inflatable Contemporary Art exhibition. So you can go check out all the crazy inflatables that they have at the Hickory Museum of Art, located at the Salt Block.
Let me tell you, and I've actually been in I took my kids there, and it's crazy. It's awesome. It's huge. Really cool. Because it's unlike anything you've seen at the museum before, which I think is great. The new director he's been there for about a year now, but the director of there, John, is just getting creative, which is what they should be doing. But it's really cool stuff to see.
I just noticed that there's a Smokey and the Bandit Pontiac Firebird inflatable there.
There is.
Yeah. Mount up for that, y'all.
It's amazing. They do have some kids' activities, too. It's a great one to take your kids to see, but they have a couple activities that you can do to try to make your own balloon and stuff.
Right. Some of the City of Hickory events that are coming up, mark your calendars for August 21st, which is the next Hickory City Council meeting. You can find all the event calendar events. Sorry, I can't speak right now. Hickory, North Carolina events, www.hickorynorthcarolina.gov to find out all the government events that are going on. LR football's getting ready to kick off August the 30th, away at West Alabama.
Go Bears!
Go Bears! The first home game is September 15th, Saturday versus Mars Hill, in between the bricks here in Hickory. The Music in the Mill series is getting ready to host Shovels and Rope on Friday, August 17th. Mark your calendars, followed by the Sam Bush Band in September on the 14th there. So some big music acts coming through Hickory, and make sure to always check out live local music at Blowing Rock Draft House and the Tap Room and all those good spots that have live local music. Is anyone else besides the Foot Candle Film Festival that we already mentioned, September 28th through the 30th? Tickets on sale now. Any other events that you guys know of that I should?
I know I know you want to say when you're playing next. You playing anywhere local?
Me, not locally, not anytime soon. Not locally, no.
I think needs to get on that.
I know the booking agent's terrible. That's me. We're doing Oktoberfest at the Tap Room both nights again.
Excellent.
That'll be fun. That'll be a really good time.
Good times. Oktoberfest the same weekend as LR Homecoming?
It is. Oktoberfest is the same weekend as LR Homecoming, which is October 12th, 13th, and 14th. So, looking forward to seeing all you Bears out
Come
there.
home.
That's
Come
right.
home, Bears.
Come home, Bears. Why not?
We'll get back to your show in a moment. Just a reminder, you're listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Find out more at themesh.tv and give us feedback on what you like. And now, as promised, back to your show.
So, McNally, we're going to bring it in with the lunch crowd?
as always.
Did you stop and get a milkshake?
What is that?
Yep.
It looked like no, it was a Starbucks incorrect order is what it ended up being. But
Boo.
as you can tell, it's still passed because it's been
Clearly
completed.
wasn't
It looks like you hate
poorly
it.
made.
Live well.
Yeah, he's living his best life over here.
I didn't ask for extra whipped cream on that delicious Frappuccino style drink, though. So, Zach, speaking of Live Well, how you felt bad when you were taking your order and they were actually asking you all the different questions. Now, I will say this, though.
Yeah.
When you were talking about you wanted it to be just as easy to make healthy choices,
They made it easy for me.
They gave you choices
They gave
today.
me choices. And
How'd it work out?
you know,
did good.
personally, I
You
loved
did.
it.
Yeah.
Professionally, would have loved some fried chicken, but the grilled chicken was on point. The
Right.
sauce was good on that wheat tortilla. Let me tell you. No, but that happens a lot actually. Where
Exactly.
people are like,
I bet.
"What's the Live Well guy gonna eat? Is that a biscuit?" Which actually happened once I was in Raleigh with a community partner at a conference, and they saw me eat a biscuit at breakfast and texted one of their coworkers. Zack King with Live Well ate a biscuit in Raleigh, North Carolina. Everyone let the record show.
Biscuits. He had extra butter on it.
You know,
Strike
in moderation.
one.
In moderation.
Strike one.
But yeah,
living well,
healthy
'cause it's like a broad spectrum. I mean,
Yeah.
truly, eating a biscuit in the South is living well where I'm.
yeah.
Cat head.
It's
From around here.
Cat
Oh, yeah,
head.
some biscuit. Oh, yeah. Biscuit.
All right.
Biscuits.
It's got milk in it.
All right.
So
Today's
talk to
adventures took us to the Old Tavern.
Yep.
Or the Old E Tavern. It's old with an E. A little English
fancy.
lesson for you because it is a very fancy
Fancy.
bar food sort of place. It is located on 127. Surprise, surprise, where the Hickory Tavern used to be.
Where the old tavern was. You get it?
That's the Old Tavern spot. Bam.
So confusing.
I take umbrage with their name already. That's my first strike. Go ahead.
Also, it could have been the old lazy dog. They could have called it old lazy
That's right,
dog.
because it was in between the tavern being there and the old tavern being the new tavern in that old spot. There was the lazy dog. So
You see,
everybody's familiar
this is
about where we're
ridiculous.
talking about.
This is ridiculous. This is why. This is
Sidebar.
ridiculous.
Do you know what has been interesting moving to Hickory? That y'all call Hickory Tavern because y'all are Hickory and you're fancy like that, whereas the rest of the world also has Hickory Tavern and we call it Hickory Tavern. But I get it, right? I get it.
But we
Absolutely.
You own it.
We
It's
do.
your-
We-
it's the mother.
it says
we get
Hickory.
special Hickory Tavern privileges by
Right.
living in Hickory, North Carolina.
Absolutely. You
by
just have to
having
drop.
to
Yeah.
negate
Yeah.
the Hickory off the Hickory Tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But we are not talking about the Hickory Tavern right
No,
now.
we're
It's
talking
just
about
like,
old-
it's just like
the
you're
old
going to
tavern.
eat Chinese food and you're in China. They just call it food.
Right.
So, I mean, the Hickory Tavern started here. It's the tavern.
It's just tavern.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
But
Respect.
older tavern.
Oldie.
Older.
Respect.
What'd you have, McNally?
So today, I've been there several times. We talked about this. This is Zach's maiden voyage.
Maiden voyage to the oldie tavern.
virgin.
Moose, you've been there a couple times. You didn't make it sound like it was
One-
a bunch.
One time.
Yeah, I've been there like once or twice.
Once, twice.
Man,
There
once
are
to
a
eat,
few
twice to
times.
drink.
Many
Many times.
Many
I mean,
times.
somewhat many times. But
Yeah.
it's one of those places. And I love places with good bar food, good choices in that arena. Sandwiches, bar food, I'm sold. I'm in. So I've been there a bunch of times and gotten the wings. So I started us off, being a
Palate
giver.
cleanser.
Started us off with it was very small, order of 6 wings with the Memphis rub on them, because that's one of my favorites. Grilled, and they were delicious to me, but I'll let everybody, I love chicken wings, so you have to really mess up or really overbread a chicken wing for me not to like it. Okay. I ordered the Texas Reuben, as we discussed. It's basically a Reuben on Texas toast, so take that for what it's worth, which is great for me because I hate rye bread, so it already starts off in a bonus for me that it's on Texas toast. It was good. It was
Do
simple.
people in Texas just call that toast?
Oh, no, that's a good question.
I mean,
I like that. Full circle.
Full circle. We're just calling it, bringing it back.
So it was good. It was the brisket was a little dry. Heavens!
Oh no!
I mean,
Clutch the pearls, everybody.
That's what they're selling though is the sandwich. I mean, so don't be dry.
I'm saying. I mean, look at me. I'm an expert in this arena for a reason.
I get it.
Buddy was
Connoisseur.
not eating chicken wings.
And I got pub chips with that. So it was good. It was a great just going out lunch, getting a sandwich. It's the first time I've had that. I've also had like their tri-tip sandwich is good. They have a good choice of menu-wise of sandwiches, and I know we talked about other orders that we've had. So It was good. It wasn't great. I loved the wings. Of course, after I had a couple of them, I wish I would have had a couple more.
I'll try to do the last one.
Well, I meant like a dozen.
Like a couple dozen?
Yeah.
Right.
A couple meaning
like a big
12.
to-go order.
Yeah, Zach, we'll go with our guest of honor today. Zach, tell us about your lunch experience.
We'll keep talking about those chicken wings. They're really good. They're like
So I was not off the reservation for
I would
that.
say
They were good.
I would say they are top 3 in Hickory of places to get wings.
Wait a minute. Wait. What are the other two?
No.
Backstreet's in the Hickory Tavern, in that order.
Okay.
Continue.
Zach.
No, like on the wings. They were grilled wings, once again.
Because I made healthy
They're
choices.
smoked too.
Healthy choices.
They're like smoked
And,
and grilled or something.
You know, wings are hard.
McNally was living well.
They were flavorful, living well.
I had 2. That was living really well.
That's
No, I had a sandwich and chips afterwards, but whatever. When has there been 6 wings in front of me? I've only had 2.
Let the
That's
record shows
true.
McNally is the new mascot for LiveWell Catawba because of his grilled wing experience at Old Tavern.
To know what to do, you also need to know what not to do.
That you live by example, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Zach, tell us about your dining experience
Yeah,
today.
other than the wings, which, like I said, it's hard to do a grilled wing that tastes good, but they were great. They were on point. Dry rub, appreciated. Made a healthier choice. Had a grilled buffalo chicken wrap. I judge places by their buffalo chicken. Most of
really.
the time. Yeah.
So you're a connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm a sure. I fancy myself as one. Yeah.
Fancy.
Sweet potato fries, sweet. There was something on them that was not salty. Was fairly sweet.
Cinnamon?
That was good. Cinnamony? Yeah, I would say cinnamon. Wrap was good. Saucy.
Saucy.
But so
wrap
am I.
was saucy.
Yeah, the wrap was fairly saucy.
That's what she said.
But I asked for it. It was hot. It was a
What
standard.
kind of sauce though? Like, I mean,
Hot.
you mean the hot sauce?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
hot.
So it wasn't like a ranch or a.
I mean, there was a little. It was a little mix. It was a little blue cheese hot sauce action, which
okay.
honestly was delicious.
Was it too hot?
Not for me. Not
You
for
like
me.
that? You
I
like
like
it hot?
spicy though. I didn't spill any on myself.
Hey,
Slow clap
bonus.
for that.
Slow clap
Bonus.
for that because saucy is hard.
Yeah.
Saucy is hard. Living ain't easy.
But I like how you went with the wrap. I mean, if you tasted
wrap.
this from other places, it's always good to have a benchmark. And
Absolutely.
all right, this place is worth the comeback.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I would say it was a solid choice. I would eat that again for lunch.
What were those choices of wraps again?
Yeah, she did that, and that's where the Live Well came in because
Right.
you couldn't just order the simple wrap.
No, you can't. You can't. First of all, fried chicken or grilled chicken.
Yes.
And you went
You
with
went with.
I went with grilled.
Okay.
Live Well.
Living
well.
well. Hashtag live well.
Regular tortilla, regular flour tortilla, whole wheat, and then I believe it was a sun-dried tomato. Too much
Yeah.
on that. So I went whole wheat.
Just make
Live
it.
Well.
Live well.
Just
Live
make it.
well.
Though.
On the sides, I got the sweet potato fries. Not the healthiest choice I could have gotten, but healthier than
living
healthier than
weller.
others. Living all right. Living all right.
Living I.
Living.
Living it. But then the sauces were interesting because buffalo to me is hot sauce, but then
Yeah.
you can choose how spicy. They were thrown in like the jerk option,
Yeah.
barbecue option. No.
Just make the wrap.
Yeah.
Buffalo hot
chicken
sauce.
wrap. Anything
Yeah.
else is a different.
Yeah. So I could have gone like no cheese, eat like a rabbit lunch, but I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
How fun is
Went
that?
for,
Yeah.
I went for a
Like,
healthy.
like Moose said, you lived I.
I lived I. Here are stickers, by the way.
Yeah,
Live well.
yes.
Live I.
Live
Catawba.
well stickers to the crowd right there.
Moose.
Well,
Oh no.
no, it was great. Yeah, I thought that the overall atmosphere of the Old Tavern is fantastic. It's nice decor, partition bar and eating side, which is nice to keep the unruly drinkers on one side. The menu is quite expansive, though. I would not say it was as large as, say, I don't know, the Cheesecake Factory or something like
Or
that.
a Crazy Grill.
Or the Crazy Grill.
Rest in peace.
Curico.
R.I.P.
Rico?
Here we go.
Yeah, I had fish and chips, and as Zach said, there
you
was.
kidding?
Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
That was not.
I'm getting there. So, as Zach mentioned, that there was a lot of options. So, there was a grilled, blackened, or fried fish option. I chose the blackened option.
Live well.
Hashtag live well. I did not get the chips because I wasn't feeling it. They had fried okra as an option, so I jumped on that.
Could have lived better. Could have lived worse.
That's living all right. That is a vegetable if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, but it's the fried part gets you. It's living I.
It's living all right. It's living all right.
Yep.
And Hush Puppies, not living good at all there.
No.
That's Hickory, living in Hickory.
It was
Surviving, not surviving, right there.
I think something that I was quoted at lunch saying is, I would be back for the fish, and that's the truth. The wings are great, but the blackened fish is where it's at. So,
yeah, that was a hodgepodge plate you had.
Yeah, it was a hodgepodge plate, but, it's good. It wasn't as good as the plantains at Crazy Grill, but it was good. Go ahead.
Really?
No.
Okay. So I may be the Debbie Downer of this. Okay, so my husband loves the Old Tavern, or as we affectionately call it in our house, the Lazy Tavern, because we have had an incident, of saying let's meet at the Old Tavern, which could mean the original tavern, which is the Hickory Tavern.
In space and time.
Yep, exactly. So we've had the incident where we've said, let's meet at the Old Tavern, and they're both different. So now there literally is we say the tavern or Lazy Tavern. Okay. This being the Lazy Tavern. Husband loves it. He will he'll call in food to go a lot of times and bring it home for dinner. Just swing in there, pick it up, and bring it home. I don't mind it. I don't mind the Lazy Tavern, but so the wings. I consider myself pretty much a big wing fan. We'll get them everywhere. I think that the wings at the Lazy Tavern are always tacky. They're always sticky to me, which to me makes it feel like extra greasy. If that makes sense. And I don't feel like they're very meaty.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. Yeah. Just throwing that out there.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Correct. I think the flavor's good. Yeah. I do like the
Was
rub
that the first
flavor.
time you had that one?
That is the first time I'd had that rub, but it was still tacky to me. Tacky as in to the touch, right? Yeah. So I just feel like they're sticky. You have to have a wet wipe afterwards. You can't just use your napkin. Mm-hmm. So you're rubbing your side of your glasses.
Pro tip right there.
It's total pro tip. I ordered the nachos appetizer, which is actually something I've ordered before. Like I said, it's not like I hate the place or anything. It's just that it's not my favorite of the tavern family. So I've ordered the nachos before, and I really do enjoy them. Like I said, they're on the appetizer plate, so look there for an option of pork, tri-tip, and chicken. And so that's pretty cool. I love the pork on it. Pro tip, speaking of pro tip, when you order these nachos, it will say that melted cheese, queso per se, will be drizzled upon it. Do not get it on your nachos. Ask for it on the side.
LiveWell.
Thank you. The type of queso that this establishment uses somehow seems to get really
tacky,
jelly.
Oh, jelly.
You have a tactile
congealed. I did.
Well,
I didn't realize I did until today. Yeah. Apparently, yes.
Chips can get super soggy too.
Chips can get super soggy.
That's important.
And it's
this is a great pro hack right here.
This type of cheese though was like it's not just your normal Mexican restaurant cheese, right? It's extra thick. And it really makes it heavy. So it makes your nachos heavy, and there's really no way you can finish them or even really want to because it's congealed on it. Okay? Get it on the side. Trust me.
Good food hack right there.
Yes. There is some charred corn on these nachos, which I love, and fresh salsa on the side, sour cream on the side, lettuce that needs to be chopped up a little bit more, big lettuce pieces on there, and sprinkled cheese. So...
It looked good. You didn't offer to share, but it looked good.
It's an appetizer.
Was a sharing option and exercise option?
Nope.
Denied.
I mean, I love my nachos. I do love my nachos. So
because they were hers, nachos.
Oh man,
that's all right.
Welcome to the table, Zach.
It's a natural.
I think it's a good sized portion, though. Like I said, I get it for a meal. I've had it just for dinner there and stuff. However, I will tell you that I do enjoy their wedge salad. On the regular basis, it's always fresh and good, and I usually will get the wedge salad and soup, depending on what their flavors they switch up that day. And I've not really had a bad soups there, so that's that.
Yeah, some of the other things that they offer, their sandwiches, entrees.
So many sandwiches.
All the things. Burgers, as they have a whole burger section on their menu. A bunch of sides. McNally, what would you rate the Old Tavern today?
And beyond my experience, like today's experience, like the sandwich is okay. I would rate the Old Tavern 7.5 out of 10 because for the bar food experience alone, the Old Tavern is a great spot. I'm with you. I think their wings for me are top 3 in the city. And it's just a good bar food experience. 7.5. Bam.
Zach, out of 10 for regular people. Moose does out of 7.
Oh, way to ruin it for everybody.
You'll just deal with that. Like everybody, like they haven't heard that.
The other listener.
Yeah.
Yes,
all
exactly.
5 of us have heard it.
We all have heard it.
I would say I do value places where you can switch it up on a healthy option. Mm-hmm. It was a little saucy. It was a solid choice. I'd say a good 5 to 6 out of 10. 5 to 6 out of 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going 5.5.
I would love to try the nachos. Would love to dabble in some wings some more. But just based off today, solid choice.
Okay.
I'm basing my review off 2 things. 1, the wings, and 2, the fish. Both were fantastic. Solid 5.8 out of 7. Ooh. Great. High score. I like the atmosphere. Price was good. They also offer express lunch options where you can get in and get out in case you're 30 minutes late to lunch or something like that. Sorry in advance for that. 5, real high score for me today. What do you think there, Margaret?
I will base mine off of the food and the atmosphere. The atmosphere to me, I'm not quite sure that I ever felt like this was a bar food place. McNally talked a lot about like how you felt like this was great bar food. That's what it is. I feel like they're trying to be a little fancy in there, and it's not really fancy, I guess. It's very gray with like black chairs everywhere. Yeah, and then this like fake fireplace thing. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, so little fake fireplace and stuff. That's just a little off-putting to me because I don't know. Like, am I going there for a bar or am I going there for a nicer dinner? Yeah, like I'm not sure what I'm doing.
I think your opinion might be skewed because you also remember when it was carpet and people were smoking cigarettes in there too.
There's nothing wrong with my love for how nostalgia in this town. I mean, it's
people live and eat in there.
It was no.
The pre-smoke ban restaurant experience. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. But no, it's not that. It's honestly, it's when I've said it before at home too. I'm not quite sure if I'm supposed to be going there for a bar or if I'm going there for a nicer dinner because they do have like shrimp and grits and like steak and things like that you could get on these meals.
I think they serve like prime rib on Fridays or something like that.
So anyway, that's confusing to me. Which I don't need in my life or my meals. And so I'm going to go a 5 out of 10 total. I mean, that's kind of heavy too. That's kind of being nice.
That's a good point though on the atmosphere because I would never, and I guess it's just what your bent is. I would never think, hey, date night, we're going to this place and gonna do it. I'd be like, all right, wings. Right. Not, so it's just, you're right on the mindset.
Yeah, it's just a little different, little mix.
I think my score is definitely reflected upon how I do remember it as having carpeted floors and that smoke everywhere when it was the previous establishment. I think that it's come a long way from what it was in both establishments. So I think that they're doing all right.
Living height.
Yeah.
I'm just bad at scoring things. Just generally I'm bad at numbers. So I just threw one out there.
I think it's a nice place to have in town. It's a good option for people to go to. Been fairly consistent from what I have experienced with the family and stuff. Definitely not bad food. I think you just got to maybe find what you're really looking for on the menu and stick with it maybe. So... And apparently, boys like the wings there, so
pro wings
could be good.
Yep,
good,
awesome,
great show, boys. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Feeling aight.
Yeah, aight.
Living well.
See, Zach's always going to have a thing.
On brand. Living the dream.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Jay's going to have to edit this for all the ites in this.
Oh, this gets
That's y'all's
edited?
fight. No, not really. No, it's not going to get edited.
Well, that's cool.
Can you
too.
imagine
It's great
how many
talking to y'all.
bleeps would be on this podcast if I got beeped out?
No. Y'all are ridiculous. I don't know when our next one's going to be, and we don't know where we're going to go yet to eat. So what we're looking for is obviously recommendations. If you have any place we should go, hit us up like Hootie Bowman did back in the day and tell us where to go, what to try. If you have any hacks, let us know. And until then, we hope that you will check out the rest of the shows over on themesh.tv and maybe give us a call. Let us know what you think. You can call our voicemail line, which is 828-619-0048. You just have to leave a voicemail. You do not have to speak to anybody. And you can also email us at info@themesh.tv. Find us on social media and like us, subscribe, follow, stalk, whatever you'd like to do. You guys got anything else to add?
Live well, Hickory Nuts.
That's right.
Thanks
Hey,
Thanks for
that's
having me.
right. Zach, thanks for joining us today. We'll make
pleasure.
sure that people know about Live Well, and hopefully we will hear much more from you in the future.
Always down. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thanks. Say goodbye, boys.
Bye, boys.
Bye.
Adios.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.